Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is fine and happy. Today is a Thursday. And yeah, today is a Thursday. It is the last day that we're going to be looking at data handling. And yeah, it's the last day we're going to cover data handling. It's a Thursday today. It's a beautiful Thursday. It is cold here in Johannesburg, where I am at, especially in Soweto. It is very, 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 very cold. Very cold, I won't lie to you. But it does not stop us from learning. It does not stop us from becoming part of the learning process. It doesn't stop us from becoming good students. So I hope everyone can hear me and I'm very vocal. And that everyone is able to listen and take part in the lesson. I want to also thank something for very important. I got some contact from one of your parents earlier on who alerted me on certain things that we can also try in the lesson. I like to thank for that feedback. I would also like to thank you guys for also doing your homeworks and doing everything that I asked so that we can ensure that everything that we do has a good purpose within our lessons. But thank you guys for being good students, and thank you that we are able to reach the end of this week of the data handling week, preparing for next week. Yeah, and my name is Chipono Solongwe. As I said, always to say that here is my email address, here is my Twitter account and Twitter handle. So you can either follow me on Twitter or you can drop me an email if you have a little problem or you want to know something or there's a little emergency. You can do one of the two. You can either just drop me an email or send me a direct message via Twitter. You can send me a direct message via Twitter, and both of the channel both work for me because then I can quickly deal with the matter and then we can quickly ensure that we are working together so that when we get time to go back or when it's time to go back into the classes, we are well ahead. But that being said, let's start with our lesson today. So we're going to look at how to analyze and for interpret data from pictographs and bar graphs. We are going to be doing a lot of examples. There is Dexter in his lab, and it shows that we need to be very practical today with today's work. So I want to quickly come here. I'd like to thank Blessing for sending us or sending me his homework of his family shoe sizes. So we can see his mom is a size 5, his dad is a size 7, he's a size 1, I can presume. So it's good. It shows that you understand how both pictograph and bar graph work, and you will not have a problem in today's homework. So let us start. Let us start the lesson. Let us start the lesson so that we have more than enough time for anything else. But I would love to give some time just for give some time just for you guys to just settle down in. So I'd give 2 minutes, or let me just say rather a minute, that you guys can just get whatever you need and then we start. So quick minute. It's a quick minute that I'm giving you guys just for you guys to get whatever you need for the lesson. Today is the last day we're going to be looking at data handling. From this today onwards, then we're going to start looking at assessments of data handling. So we're going to start assessing each other now. Yeah. So today is the last day for data handling. Today is the last day we're going to actually spend time on data handling. We're going to actually be looking at data handling. We're going to actually, today is the last day, it's the final stroke of it all in terms of data handling, in terms of teaching of data handling. But it can be done again in a revision lesson. in a revision lesson. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when we're looking at data handling, especially in K3, there are two things that come to show us information that we've been dealing with. One is a pictograph, and the other one is a bar graph. So a pictograph is a way of showing data using images. Each image stands for a certain number of things. So you use a pictograph to show information about a a particular thing. Like, for example, we said here that if you were doing to say how many cupcakes do you bake in a day, and one cupcake shows 6 in real life, then you know that on Monday 30 cupcakes were baked. So sorry, a pictograph basically shows us information, but using mostly pictures most of the time, and it has a scale or a key to help us to know to say one picture equals what, that we are able to work it out ourselves. Then we've got a bar graph. Now a bar graph is using bars to show quantities or numbers so that they can be easily measured and compared. So a bar graph, you just having bars, different bars. That's where the name comes from, bar graph. And the bars are showing us information, right, about a particular thing. So we can have a topic about here, a student survey, which fruits does the class like? Then they're going to write the names on one and numbers on the other. Then use bars to connect to show us within this class, some people like fruit, mangoes, some people like apples, some people like grapes, some people like bananas, some people like. So because with a bar graph, you're able to see which one of the thing is the most, which one is like the least, and all of that. That's how the comparing and matching comes. That's how the comparing and matching comes. So a bar graph, basically, what is prime or what is important is the use of bars. But one side will have the bars, and then the other side it will have the names of whatever we're working with, or it can be the other way around, as you can see in the example under this one. But this is more preferable. I would use this one more compared to this one, but it's fine. Quickly write down these questions. You have 3 minutes to write down these questions. I'm giving you 3 minutes to write down these questions. 3 full minutes to write down these questions. Quickly write down the questions. Questions, write them down, the questions. Please write down the questions. Please write down the questions. You've got about 2 minutes left. What I need you guys to do is write down these questions. Write down the questions so that you can have them in your book. Write down the questions. We've got almost a minute left. Right. You've got 2 minutes left. So write down the questions. And if you're done writing them down, you can tell me in the chat that you're done, or do you need more time? What I need you to do is write down the questions so that I can explain using the pictograph so it can be easier to answer. So write down these questions. About a minute left. About a minute left. If you are done, please tell me in the chat. Almost a minute. Almost a minute. Almost a minute. Almost. So if you are done writing the questions, tell me in the chat so that I can know should I add more time or what should I do. So if you feel that you need more time, you can tell me in the chat and say, no, sir, I need more time. Then we can add time and whatever necessary so that we can work together. But if you're done, you can just alert me that no, so I'm done. All right, so I'll add 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Please do not waste the time. Just please write down the questions. Quickly write down the questions so that you are able to answer them using the pictograph. Please write down the questions as quickly as possible. Quickly as possible. You have about plus minus a minute. Quickly write down the questions. Quickly write down the questions. Quickly write down the question as quick as possible. Quickly write down the questions so that you are able to answer them. If you're done, please tell me in the chat. If you're done, please tell me in the chat. I'll quickly write down these questions so that you can be able to answer them. So quickly write down these questions. Quickly, guys, quickly. And please tell me in the chat. Please tell me in the chat. You've got seconds remaining. You've got seconds remaining. You've got seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Please, when you're done, please alert me in the chat to say, I'm done, I'm not done, so that we can work together. Because this is not very hard. It's not very hard. It's just that I need you guys to alert me via the chat to say, are you done? Are you not done? What is happening? Please write, and so that we can work together. All right, so starting to get done. Getting people telling me that they're done writing. It's good. It's good. Just know, guys, if it's too fast, this video will be on YouTube. So if it is too fast, then you can alert us, but you must know that this video will be on YouTube. And yeah, there's always access to these things because you can easily contact me. So that should not be a worry of yours. Ten seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now, let me explain the work that you're going to try on your own. You are going to look, the pictograph shows the number of pumpkins harvested by 5 farmers in the fall season. Right, fall is autumn. And out of these farmers got Danny, Jacob, Ray, Edwin, and Alex. So you are going to answer those questions according to this pictograph here. 1 pumpkin equals 20 pumpkins. So according to this pictograph, you're going to answer the following questions. If Danny shares his pumpkins equally with 4 people, how many pumpkins will each person get? How many pumpkins does Jacob have? If Alex pumpkins doubled, how many pumpkins will he have? Write a multiplication number sentence for number 3. So these questions that I asked you to write down, these are what you're going to be answering right now. These are what you're going to be answering right now. For some time. This is what you're going to be answering right now. So the questions here that I just asked that you should write. So what you're gonna be answering right now. If Danny shares his pumpkins equally with 4 friends, how many pumpkins will each person get? If many pumpkins, how many pumpkins does Jacob have? If Alex pumpkins doubled, how many pumpkins will he have? Write a number sentence for number 3. So here is the pictograph. I'm going to give you guys some enough time to answer that. I'll give you a generous 3 minutes. A generous 3 minutes. Your time starts now. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to answer those questions. Three minutes. Something got into my eye, but it's fine. Right. You've got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. So not 4 minutes. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Please answer the questions, and when you're done, tell me so we can go to the corrections, then go to our bar graph. Because time seems that it's going to more to the side of us going to do our bar graph. So please alert me when you are done, when you've answered the questions. You have about 2 minutes left. About 2 minutes left. You have about 2 minutes left. About 2 minutes left. So you have about 2 minutes left. About 2 minutes left. So when you're done, just tell me in the chat that you're done. Then we go directly to the answers. When you're done, just tell me in the chat that you're done. Then we're able to go into the answers. Yes. So if it does look like we're going to just end up doing one bar graph, it's fine as well. Remember that here, 1 pumpkin equals 1 picture equals 20 pumpkins. 1 picture equals 20 pumpkins. Awesome. I've got a dancer. You have a minute left. Minute. You have a minute left. Minute. You have a minute left. You guys have 1 minute left. When you're done, you can tell me in the chat. When you're done, you people can tell me in the chat. When you're done, you can tell me in the chat. can tell me in the chat. All right, it's fine. We've got, yeah, you've got about a minute left. Got a minute left. So quickly write. Once you're done, tell me in the chat. 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 Once you're done, you can tell me in the chat. A few seconds left. A few seconds left. Then we move into the answers. A few seconds left, then move into the answers. One clue I can give you is that half a pumpkin equals 10. Half a pumpkin equals 10, because what is the half of 20? 10. Half a picture of a pumpkin equals 10. Half a picture equals 10. Few seconds left. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up. Time up. Let's go to the answers. So, if Danny shares his pumpkins equally with four people, how many pumpkins will each person get? It is 80 divided by 4, 20 pumpkins each. Because he has 80 pumpkins, how do you know he has 80 pumpkins? Let's count. 20, 40, 60, 80. So each person is going to get how many pumpkins? 20 pumpkins. If it was for you, it was very easy to see because there are four pictures here. 1 equals 20. So it's just going to be like splitting, and you know that one person will get 20 pumpkins. The next one is, how many pumpkins did Jacob have? How many pumpkins did Jacob have? 20, 20 plus 10. So it's 50. 20, 20 plus 10, it's 50. Then, if Alex pumpkins doubled, how many pumpkins will he have? Let's check Alex's pumpkins. 20, 40, 60, 80. So if they doubled, it is 80 plus 80, which is 160 pumpkins. Then the multiplication number sentence would be 80 times 2 is 160. Then we're done. So the first one is 80 divided by 4 is 20 pumpkins. Next one would have been, the next one wanted us just to add, so it was 20 plus 20 plus 10, it's 50. Then the next one is said, if they doubled, remember is that you're just adding the number again by itself, and you've got 160 pumpkins. Multiplication number sense would have been 80 times 2. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to write down the correct answers before we move on to our bar graph. Before we move on to our bar graph. Before we move on to our bar graph. Please write down the corrections. When you are done writing down the corrections, or since you have everything, it's fine. But when you are done writing down the corrections, please tell me in the chat. When you're done writing the corrections, please tell me in the chat. The bar graph, I'm going to actually let you guys now take the steering wheel with the bar graph. With the bar graph, you guys are going to be the ones taking the steering wheel. So you've got about a minute left. You've got about a minute left. No. Yes. Quickly write down the answers. Then we move on to our bar graph. We move on to our bar graph. Got a minute left, about a minute left. Then we move to on our bar graph. We have a minute left. 1 full minute left. Then we move to our bar graph. One full minute left. 1 full minute left. Then we move to our bar graph. Seconds remaining. 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 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let us go to the bar graph. So here is a bar graph of how learners are getting to school. Right? Here's a bar graph of how learners are getting to school. And all you need to do is just answer the questions. They're big and nice for everyone to see. So in this one, I'm going to give you guys a nice full 5 minutes to try and answer it. A nice cool 5 minutes to try and answer it. And then, yeah, a nice cool 5 minutes to try and answer it. And then, yeah, all you need to do is just answer the questions. And I'm going to be getting on how to work it out from you guys. Your time starts now. Nice, cool 5 minutes to answer these questions. A nice, cool 5 minutes to answer the question. Nice, cool 5 minutes to answer the questions. Nice, cool 5 minutes to answer the questions. So answer them. When you are done, then I'll know that who can I ask for answers for me. Who's going to help us with answers? Then we open the answers, and then we go directly to our homework, guys. Go straight to our homework. So we've got a nice, cool, some nice time here. Some nice time here. Got some nice time here. Some nice time here. So I would work, try and work a bit quicker, but take your time, take your time. Look at everything well, read properly before you answer. Read properly before you answer. This gives you an opportunity to see, are you able to do a bar graph on your own? Do you understand what a bar graph is? So use the opportunity very wisely. Use it very wisely. Do you understand what a bar graph is? What does a bar graph have? What does it mean in a bar graph? Do you understand? All of this. If you are able to answer this question, that means you are able to answer that, and you know what a bar graph is, what is it intended for, and how best to solve questions surrounding the bar graph. Still got some good time. Still got some good time. So when you're done, you can just let in the group, in the chat, to say that you're done, so that we can, so I can tell to see how many people have finished or not. But the more you're able to answer questions about the bar graph or the Pinto graph, it shows you understand. it shows that you understand. The more times you're able to answer questions about the bar graph or the Pinto graph or anything like that, it shows that you understand. Good. And the faster you work shows that you also understand. The faster you work shows that you also understand. So you can quickly just also raise your hand and then you'll be able to come and explain for us as well. I'll just unmute you and then you explain to us how you got the answer and what is the answer and how you got to the answer. And then we go into the homework and then we're done for the day. Then we close off we close off data handling for a while. Then we close off data handling for a while. But it's important, guys, that you understand the pictograph, you understand the bar graph very well. It's very crucial, that thing. It's very crucial, that thing. Got some time, a few minutes left. A minute something left. We've got a minute something left. We've got a minute something. So please tell me in the chat whether you're done, you're not done, do you need more time, etc. But you must know our time is going away. So the minute you go into the seconds mark, it's when we'll count down. Once I count down, we'll go directly into you guys helping with the answers. So you can just prepare yourself to help with the answers. You can prepare yourselves to help with the answers. Seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Who can answer the first question for us? Who can answer the first question for us? Hello. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
How are you? I'm good.
Sir?
Please answer the first question for us. Please answer the first question for us.
The first question is it's
How many students ride up their bicycle to school? That's the first question. Yeah, how many students ride the bicycle to school?
it was
It is?
it was it was it was 30.
30. Awesome. 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 30 kids ride bicycles to school. Who can give us the answer for the next one? Do more students ride the bicycle or get a ride in a car? Do more students ride the bicycle or get a ride in a car? Do more students ride the bicycle or get a ride in a car? Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
I'm good. Please help us answer the question. Do more students ride the bicycle or get a ride in a car? Which one is higher?
Some of them go for a ride in a car.
The car.
Yes.
All right. In this question, we're supposed to actually compare which one is higher. So you are supposed to just say, more students actually ride the bicycle. But thank you for trying. I need people now to raise their hands for how many students take a bus to school then train. How many students take a bus to school then a train? How many students take a bus to school then a train? Hello,
Hello, sir.
how are you?
Fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good. So please answer for us. How many more? What is it? Just how many more students take the bus than the train?
14.
14. Right? We'll see. We'll see. I feel that's the answer. We'll see. We'll see. How many students ride in a car to school? How many students ride in a car to school? Hello.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you, sir?
I'm good. How many students ride in a car to school?
10 students, sir.
Awesome. 10. 10. I believe that is the answer. Thank you very much. Which question are we left with? How many students take the train and walk to school combined? How many students take the train and walk to school combined? How many students take the train and walk to school combined? Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm good. What's the answer? How many students take the train and walk to school combined? What answer did you get?
60.
All right. All right. We will see. We will see. I will answer the last one because of the time. How do most students get to school? They walk because the highest one. Right. So here are answers. Here it was 15 more. I remember we got an answer of 14, but it was actually 15 more. And yeah, here are answers. How? Here are answers for, no, that's not supposed to be doing that. Yes, here are answers that if we look here, how many students? It's 30 students who ride a bicycle. And then what? They ride a bicycle more. The graph shows 10 students that ride a car and 30 students that ride a bicycle. So you have in this question, you find that you've got more students who are riding a bicycle. Then they ask how many more are in the riding the bus than the train. Then you write 15 more because 35 minus 20. And then you write 10 students ride a car. Then they were asking how many students ride a car. And then when they ask combined, you add. So it's 20 of the train and 40 people walking is 60 students. And then the last question is how do most students get to school? Most students walk. Why? Because it's the highest one out of all of them. The longest bar. It's the longest bar out of all of them. It is the longest bar out of all of them. So right now, I want you guys in this last minutes to write down the homework. This is your homework. And this is a time for you guys, if you have any questions, to ask your questions. This is a time for you guys to ask, and if you have any questions, to ask your questions. But right now, here is your homework. Draw a bar graph showing the sides of 2D shapes. The 2D shapes that you're going to work with are square, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. Use a scale of 2. So when you count in twos. And then when you're done, you send it to my email address. That is your homework. Please write your homework now. Please write your homework now. That is your homework. Please write your homework down. Please write your homework down. Draw a bar graph showing the sides of the following 2D shapes: square, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. So it now also needs you to think, how many sides does a pentagon have? How many sides does a hexagon have? How many sides does an octagon have? How many sides does a heptagon have? How many sides does a nonagon have? How many sides does a decagon have? It's going to need you guys to think. It's going to need you guys to think. Yes. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Questions going once? Questions going twice? So, no question. So yeah, this is your homework. Yeah, that is your homework. That is your homework. You can either now raise a question in the chat or can raise your hand. One of the two. One of the two works for me. And yeah, but then this is your homework that all you must do. And then we're going to be doing word problems tomorrow and starting new work next week. All right, I've got a question. I've got one question. I've got a question. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you have a question for me.
Yes.
What is your question?
Are we done yet?
Yeah, once you've done written down your homework, we're done.
Okay.
Awesome. Once you finish writing down your homework, then it's the end of the road with me. Then you can, that's now the moment now where we play Boys to Men. It's the end of the road. We have crossed the road. We've come to the end of the road. Once you finish writing down your homework, I keep on checking the time to see how much time we have left. So you have 2 minutes left to finish writing down your homework. But guys, please, if you need help, please do contact me. And thank you guys for always listening, and thank you guys for being good people. As I said, that always, that it's very important that you make sure you understand, because there's nothing more important than understanding in maths. You see, once you understand in maths, you can take over the world. You can literally take over the world. The world becomes yours, literally. Hello.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good.
My question is, when we draw the bar graph, should we draw the shape?
No. There's no need. But you can if you want to. There's no need, but you can if you want to.
Okay, sir.
Awesome. If you want to, you can. Not a train smash. All right. Awesome. Right. So if you do want to draw the shapes, it's fine. It's not a big train smash. Not really a problem. You can, if you feel to say, no, I want to, oh, my cap is starting to look very skew. Yes, if you want to write them down, it's good, it's perfect. It's not really much of a problem if you want to draw the shapes, But that is it from me, guys. I love you guys all. Please stay safe, stay beautiful, stay amazing, and love maths. And there's nothing you will not be able to do in this world. The minute you love maths, the world becomes yours automatically. Love you all. Bye bye.